Hello and welcome to the Tyra Banks Show. Today we are going to talk to Claudia Mendelbaum, the wife of Holocaust survivor Jack Mendelbaum.
Hello, Tyra.
So Claudia, tell us about how old your husband was when he first was sent to a concentration camp.
Well, my husband was 15 when he was first sent to Belgium concentration camp. He was very upset that he had been separated from his mother and brother.
In your husband's book, I read that he had a few friends that helped him survive Hitler's death camp. Who was his first friend?
My husband's first friend was made at Belgium Hammer. His name was Aaron. Aaron cut the capo's hair and sometimes received biscuits that he would share with Jack.
Tell us Jack's first impression of the camps.
Well, Jack said that the stench was terrible. The uniforms are itchy and infested with lice, and the shoes are painful to walk in. The food was simply dirty water.
So what was Jack's first job in the concentration camp?
Jack was put to work chopping down trees and pulling up stumps. Soon he was transferred to many other camps.
Which was the worst camp?
Well, they were all horrible, but the worst was Gross-Rosen. Gross-Rosen camp was very brutal work. My husband saw many horrible things there. People committed suicide by hurling themselves over the edge of the granite quarries, plunging to their death. While in the camp, Jack got sick with dysentery, which is a disease of the intestinal tract.
How did he survive this disease?
A nice capo brought him to the sick barrack where he became well again. Sometime after this, Jack was transferred to another camp where he met his best friend to this day, Monique.
How did Monique help Jack survive?
Well, Tyra, that's a fabulous question. Monique gave Jack more optimism, which helped him stay alive mentally and physically.
In the book about Jack's camp experiences, it tells about his job as a camp cook. Can you elaborate on this for us?
Of course. Jack and Monique got this job. Having this job meant they could get more food for anyone else in the camp. Also, they didn't have to do any labor. They would simply slip their starving friends bread and other foods. They even had horse meat with one meal. This was a memorable meal for all the prisoners.
So, what was the last camp Jack went to?
The last horrible camp Jack went to was Dorenha. He was separated from Monique until Liberation Day. They got separated when a group of Hungarians beat Monique because he yelled at one of them for breaking into the kitchen at the other camp.
How did Jack get out of the concentration camp?
Jack got out of the concentration camp on May 7th, 1945, Liberation Day, 3 years after he had arrived in Belgium Hammer.
So Jack had planned to reunite with his family. Did he ever find them?
Sadly, he didn't. His mother and brother were sent straight to the gas chambers after they were separated. His sister Yazia, who went to live with her pregnant aunt and uncle, had died. So did his aunt and uncle. His father died in Strettoff exactly 1 day before Jack's uncle had arrived. Luckily, Jack was reunited with two cousins, his uncle Sigmund, his aunt Hinda, and her husband.
Okay, everyone, that's all we have time for today. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about the pros and cons of Botox. If you would like to purchase Jack Mendelbaum's biography called Surviving Hitler, A Boy in the Nazi Death Camps by Andrea Warren, you should. I personally loved this book. If you would like to purchase this book, if you're in the audience and would like to purchase this book, you could do so on your way out. See you next time!